Hi, I'm Catherine Bird, and I want to share with you 5 simple things that you can do if your awakening is feeling a bit intense and overwhelming. I train and mentor healers, spiritual practitioners, and all those on the path. And let's face it, spiritual awakenings, psychic awakenings, shamanic awakenings can be hard, and they can last sometimes for years. And a lot of times you don't have context or understanding about what you're going through. You don't have the proper support and guidance. If you're interested in my story, I have some videos on my channel about my origin story and about the intensity of my awakening experience and what I went through on this journey. But I want to offer you some super simple things that you can do right now that you might be forgetting about. And number 1 is grounding. Grounding is very important. Most of us are not very grounded, and then we have this awakening, which is shooting energy up through our systems, and maybe we're getting really hot and flushed, and there's a lot of upward moving energy, and that's destabilizing because we don't have the support in the lower energy centers, in the power pack in the belly, and we're not very grounded and connected to earth energy and cultivating this nurturing energy into our body to help us feel stable. And this is one of the main reasons why during awakening, people can get really weird and have such bizarre experiences and also become so ungrounded that maybe you're not able to do things that you were able to do before, going out in crowds and in public, paying your bills, getting places, taking care of yourself in the way that you used to, just living your life in the way that you used to, and you're feeling really ungrounded. So you need to ground yourself, which means get outside, take your shoes off, be on the earth, and ground your body. Also, imagine that you can put your awareness, your attention into the earth and practice that with your breath, exhaling down. So all of your awareness and attention is sinking as deeply into the earth as possible. This is a practice, and you'll get better at it over time. And then you're going to inhale and draw the energy up into your body, into your belly. And you might want to shake your belly and relax your belly and let that energy rise up into your belly. And just repeat this, inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhale, the belly moves. Exhaling down. And this will help you to start to connect to the earth, to feel that nurturing energy coming into your body and help to stabilize what's going on in your system. Number 2, we have to do movement. Now, a lot of people believe that when they're going through their spiritual awakening, that what they most need is meditation. And meditation is great. You should definitely meditate, and I recommend it highly. But also, a lot of people are just not that great at meditation right away. It can be frustrating. It can just be something that you're like, oh, I know I should do that, but you just never do it. So instead of beating yourself up about how you're not meditating, actually develop a movement practice. Movement practice is going to help you move the energy that's coming up. It's going to help you move trauma and old energy that's rising to the surface as you're going through this awakening experience. It's going to help you be able to contain and hold the new frequencies and energies that you are accessing right now so that you can live into the person that you're becoming. So it's removing stagnancies and blockages in your system, and it is helping you to also clear and clean those stagnancies out of your field because you're moving your entire body. You're connecting to your breath, hopefully. Maybe you're making some sounds, and you're helping to get the energy moving in the right way, because the energy does have intelligence, and as you're moving, it's going to do what it most needs to do for most people. So what this can look like is simply putting on music that you like, that feels inspiring, and dancing around your living room. It can be incorporating a little bit of yoga, a little bit of qigong, a little bit of breath work, a little bit of just moving your body and feeling what's moving through you and following what's moving through you, trusting what's moving through you. Even if it seems a little bit weird, even if you are doing things with your body you've never done before, this is really, really helpful. Number 3, you also need to probably change your nutrition a little bit. So cut out the excess caffeine, which is making your system ramp up and be too jagged and intense. And start to eat more nurturing and nourishing foods. So root vegetables, if you're open to it, things like bone broths, and even like sometimes you just got to eat a steak if you're open to it. For some people, you need these really grounding foods in order to stabilize what's going on. And of course, cutting out things like sugar and packaged processed foods and getting into whole foods, lots of vegetables and fruit, and making sure that you're getting the right vitamins and minerals. Minerals are really important as you're going through your awakening. You are burning minerals, and you need minerals such as trace minerals to add to your water and to make sure that you're eating really good food. But even when you're eating really good food, you usually have to get some supplementation to support you. I also highly recommend functional mushrooms such as lion's mane, cordyceps. These mushrooms can really help you. They help your nervous system, they help to calm you, and can be very supportive. So maybe replace a couple of things with some new pieces that are going to be more supportive of what's going on. The other piece is number 4, nature. You have to get out into nature. Nature is your friend at this time, especially if you live in the city, especially if you live in a dense area, or if you live in a home with other people. As you're going through your awakening, you are opening more. And what happens is that you're becoming a little more diffuse often, more open, more porous to other people's energy. And over time, if you practice, train, and study, you will resolve those issues and become more grounded, more capable of understanding what's going on in your energy body, and capable of moving energy in the right way. But when you're going through it, you really need to be discharging these extra energies that are coming in. And you're going to have the best success at that, of being more alone more often, getting more sleep and rest, and being in nature. Going out and finding a body of water to be in is really supportive. Being around trees and plants, planting a garden, getting into nature, getting the earth on your hands is going to help you a lot. And finally, number 5, you probably need some support. If you found your way to this video, then you're obviously experiencing some overwhelming things in your awakening. And these can vary quite a lot between people. And if someone hasn't been through an awakening, hasn't had these kinds of experiences, then they're not going to be able to relate to you, and you're going to feel alone. So if you're the only person in your family, in your community, in your friend group who's going through this, then you're going to feel alone. But you're not alone. You just haven't found the right person to talk to. And the truth is that there's even a lot of practitioners who haven't been through what I would call a shamanic awakening, and so can't relate to some of these more intense awakenings. And if you're going through a shamanic awakening, this can be some of the most intense initiations and transformations that anyone could imagine happening. You're basically going through an entire death cycle. You're shedding all of your old identities, and you are discovering the new that you are and that you always have been. That can be really disturbing because it requires a lot of changes in your life, in your relationships, in the way that you're working and what you're up to. And you need someone to talk to. And that is one of the most important things to do, is to get some support, find people who can understand, and have those conversations so that you can get the reflection, feedback, healing, and support on the practices that you need to be doing to stabilize and to support this transformative process. I hope that this is helpful for you, and I would love to hear in your comments any questions or anything that you've been noticing about your awakening, or maybe your awakening in the past, something you wish you had done more of, or what was really supportive for you. And of course, like, comment, and subscribe on all the things, and I will see you soon.